One of the very unfortunate things that's happening right now among businesses is they are pulling some of the investment they're making in data science and data engineering and data quality. And I get it. I mean, for years, businesses have invested a lot in data science and data engineering, and they built out things like business intelligence BI dashboards to go and track and analyze what was happening internally at the company. And there was a lot of expense, both on software and people. And not to say that the outcomes weren't good. Generally, they were good in most cases, but they weren't spectacular. I think companies spent a lot and perhaps they feel like they invested enough and it's not worth investing so much into. And they'd rather invest in this shiny new thing called AI or generative AI or AI agents. And while Gen AI is super hot and it will deliver a lot of value, the success of generative AI will depend on the quality of data you have as an organization. Not for all use cases. As I mentioned in prior videos, some use cases like personalization of email copy for outbound sequences, you could prompt your way with some data enrichment API on the account or lead that you want to send a message to, and you get a fairly good result. It's not like you need a whole lot of data. Basically, you can use third-party APIs, prompt your way with a large language model, queue that up in your outbound email software, and then you're off and running. But imagine trying to do something much more complex in the organization. So you're doing invoice reconciliation, and you need to know what were the things that were flawed in the past that you or your team had to highlight because there were anomalies, people weren't getting paid the right amounts. And that's going to require a lot more data hopefully that you've been capturing along the way, that you continue to spend time and effort capturing. Because when you build AI agents on these more complex workflows, the quality of the data will dictate how well the AI agent does. If you don't have a lot of good data, you can't train the AI agent. You can't just prompt your way and get good success. You do need a lot of data to then fine tune off of to actually go and build a spectacular AI agent. I would strongly recommend continuing to invest in data. In fact, the ROI from investing in data today will be even higher per dollar than it would have been 5 years ago. Because 5 years ago, we didn't have generative AI to stack on top of really high quality data. All we had were business intelligence dashboards. And while BI dashboards have some value, it's marginal on top of the data. But generative AI on top of really incredible data will basically unlock massive amounts of value because it's going to help you design AI agents that take actions in ways that your very top people are doing. The data is the lifeblood. Without great data, you won't get to that level of performance that you truly require. And so Gen AI is not a either or. Gen AI is very much contingent on strong, high quality data. So I would recommend continue to invest in data as you go and build out more investments in generative AI.